Just like that guy, she is out. She's very custom on the inside, but y'all see it? Some slight. This is coming off like silly string. Yo, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Zed from Cruise Customs back here for another video. Now today we are going to be painting the valve cover on the blue Volkswagen Jetta. Now I've already gotten everything basically put all back together. That sensor did kind of make me upset, but we got the fuel injectors back in line, got all this cleaned up as well as I could. I mean, I could go a little bit more deeper into cleaning, but these cars are custy and that would take me days. We're just gonna get this valve cover off. It's all sealed up. I already ordered a new valve cover gasket. It should be coming in today, which is great. All we need is a little bit of gasket maker, nothing too major. We take this off, we get it off. We got to clean it all up, make it look all good. I think I'm going to use the grinder and shave off these little nipples just to make it a little bit more smooth, because we really don't need any of that on the valve cover because we don't have an engine cover. We're just doing just the valve cover. We don't have an engine cover for the vehicle. Yeah, let's get this valve cover off real quick and get this started. Let's go. Guys, just took all the bolts off. It's just 3 bolts here, 3 bolts in the middle, and 3 bolts in the back. All I need to do is put a flathead in between the gasket to pry it up because it's going to be stuck because of that gasket maker. But other than that, she will be off, my guy. So let's get this off, get her all cleaned up, and let's get her painted. Just like that guy, she is out. She is very custy on the inside, but we're mainly just worried about painting the outside. We're going to be painting it blue. It's gonna look good. So let's get to the cleaning process, clean this all up, and get it ready for paint. Let's go. So guys, I just used that grinder and I grinded out the 2 stubs that were right here. Now I just have it soaking in brake cleaner and I'm about to clean it up as much as I can, and then use the greaser and all that good stuff to get all this grime and dirt off, so we have a clean slate and a clean template to paint on. All right guys, I've been at it cleaning for about 2 hours now, and that's as good as I think I'm going to get it. It is actually very shiny now. I actually grinded down a couple more little areas. This little screw tab here, and a screw tab here, all flat. I just lathered it in brake cleaner right now. Once it's dry, it should be ready for paint. That's me, get extra. All right guys, we just laid our first layer and last layer of primer because I went a little heavy on it just so that the sun can cook it. I say like maybe 2 or 3 hours. Come out here, spray the blue. Got a nice can of blue spray paint to finish spraying the valve cover. Then we can put on our valve cover gasket. It just came in today, like I said earlier in the video, but right now we got a towel right over the valve cover, or the valve assembly. It's coming together real nice, real nice. We got those fuel injectors in there and the fuel rail sitting right here for now till we put that valve cover back on. So guys, in the midst of doing all this, I am rebuilding the car still, so I'm still putting stuff back. Finally got a Mishimoto thermostat. Last time I tried to put a Mishimoto thermostat, you guys can go watch videos before. They didn't send it out to me even though I had bought it, so I got a refund on that order. And now, since I'm doing another motor swap, we're replacing the thermostat with a Mishimoto racing thermostat. So we're gonna do that real quick. And I'm still waiting on a lot of my aluminum thermostat stuff to come in. I am just going to reuse that one right there. So we're gonna put this in real quick and make it look good. Let's go. All right guys, thermostat goes right back there, all put in, put the aluminum shroud on there. Now we can put the alternator back. But now it's time to get this valve cover fully painted. So let's go put this blue paint on this valve cover. Let's go. Camera messed up guys, but I did spray it in blue. We got first coat on there right now. It's actually laying out pretty nice. Not too shabby, not too shabby. So we're gonna let this sit and then add another coat of paint, and that should actually top it off. And then we're gonna do a satin clear because I don't want it too glossy. I want it to kind of look like this. So we're gonna do a satin clear instead. So I think that should be pretty solid. All right guys, it's time for another coat. Now we're gonna set you guys up. Hopefully you guys can watch it this time. Boom. Time to put the second coat on. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is gonna be our last coat before we put the clear coat on. Just gonna let that sit here for maybe like an hour, something like that. Then we'll come and put clear on it, and then we'll let it sit out in the sun tomorrow to cure. Catch up with you guys tomorrow when we put more on the car. Let's go. Guys, I have just decided to go ahead and paint the valve cover because I want it to be cured enough tomorrow so we can just throw it on the car and not have to worry about it anymore. That's kind of my thought process. The blue coat should be dry enough. All I have to do is throw on the satin and we can call it a day. I'll do a couple coats of this before it gets dark, and then we'll just let it sit and cure tomorrow in the sun, so that in the afternoon we can throw it on and not have any problems. Yeah, I'm gonna do that real quick, guys. And just like that, the satin coat is on. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty decent. We'll see exactly what it looks like when I take off all the wrap and everything tomorrow, but now we just gotta let it cure. So tomorrow we'll catch up and put this on the car. Let's go. All right, guys, today's the next day. Valve cover is all nice and painted and clean and dried. It actually came out pretty nice. What we're gonna do is put this in the car. Let's take off this tape real quick. Okay, this actually came out pretty decent. This, I wanted chrome because I feel like the paint there would be bad because of the oil. So the cap will sit in there nice. I want to get a like carbon fiber cap. I've seen them around a little bit to kind of dress the motor up a little bit, but that cap alone is like 70 bucks. So we're gonna have to wait on that for a little bit, but I think the valve cover came out very decent. It looks good. Now let's go ahead and throw it in the car and see what it comes out to look like. All right, guys, we got a new gasket kit from ECS Tuning or Euro Tuning. I don't know which one, but either way, we got a new valve cover gasket for the vehicle. So this should sit in there real nice and we should be solid. All right, guys, so we got it all mounted up now. It's tight on there. We did have a little bit of paint flake happen when we tightened down the bolts, but that's okay. Nothing, a little touch-up paint won't hurt. It does look really good. It's very minor. You won't notice it. It's just the valve cover is blue. That's all we needed to know. But we do have these really cool upgraded coil pack. It's gonna have these little red adapters. In the future, I do want to end up getting some black ones, but for now this will work. They're gonna sit in there really nice. It's gonna look really good. We do have red accents a little bit here and there on the car, so it won't look too crazy for the time being, but I will definitely want to get black ones of these Euro Tuning coil pack holders. Definitely something we're going to do in the future, but for now we're going to place these in, bolt them all up, get these coil packs situated, and figure out what I'm going to do with this ground, because that's where the money is at right now, because I kind of screwed up and shaved that off. But oh well, let's see what happens and let's get these coil packs in. Solid, looking good. All right, time to put the bolts in. Let's get to it. All right, guys, they are all now bolted in. Time to get the harness put on, and then we're going to get that out of here. We're going to fix up these rails. These are, I believe, 300 cc fuel injectors. We will set this all up, get this all nice and done, so the car will be pretty much solid from the top part, we could say that. But she's looking really good right now, not gonna lie. The blue just sets it off. It just sets it off so nice. We're gonna mess with this harness real quick. I gotta figure out exactly what I'm gonna do with it now that this ground strap is not able to go there. We're gonna probably sand down one of these edges and just line it on the edge. Probably be my best option, but we'll figure that out right now. Let's get it. Damn, son, got the coil packs all in, looking nice. Ground, I actually just sanded that portion down on this right here, and we're just gonna grab some cable tape and wrap this all up right now, make it look decent. But she's looking pretty solid so far. Now I just gotta go grab this oil cap real quick. So just like that, oil cap is in, looking pretty fuego. Looks good. I do want to get a carbon fiber one though, as I just said, but that's in the future. Regardless, everything is looking really nice, really solid. So that's that. Now we just need to get the fuel rail situation going and get that all nice. Dang, she's looking spiffy. All right, so I'm gonna grab some cable tape, wrap that up, make that look decent. All right, guys, got her looking all nice and spiffy. Just wire loomed everything up with cable tape. Doesn't look terrible, doesn't look bad. It actually looks pretty decent. I got the ground sitting here now, because that's the only thing I could come up with. Instead of running it because it was right here, we actually ran it over here. So it actually works out. Hopefully everything still functions properly. It should. It's still aground, so it should have no problems. But now it's time to put back the fuel rail and all this mess and get this all set up nicely. But she is looking very good. Just imagine, guys, just imagine fully built 1.8 front mount intercooler, all this. It's just gonna look so good, guys. It's just gonna look so good. But we're getting there, we're getting there, we're getting there. Fingers crossed everything else goes as planned. Put this back. We got to put all this other stuff back. One thing I'm going to be confused about is putting all the boost stuff back and all those vacuum hoses, because stuff like this, I really have no idea where it goes. We also have this like weird little box. I don't know where it went, but anyways, we got this box thing right here and a bunch of little extra goodies hiding somewhere. Actually, I think it's right here, this little box thing. This little, I don't know, but we're gonna figure that all out. She's coming together real nice, and I'm so happy to see this get to where I want it to be. All right, guys, we just fully finished setting up the top end of the motor. Everything is looking good. Everything is looking real decent. So we got the fuel injectors in right now, and let me show you a little bit about the motor. Let's go. All right, guys, look, so we got the fuel injectors in. I made sure everything was solid. I got some zip ties holding the connectors in place just so that they're not all over the place, and it looks a lot better, a lot cleaner. All I need to do is cut these ends off and it'll look a-okay. But we got the coil packs in, looking real nice. Oil cap, fuel injectors in, fuel rail, all that stuff is nice. All I got to do is connect a few sensors like this one right here. In just like that. We got a few sensors that hang around here that we got to figure out. I'll plug this back in once we route all this stuff, but everything is going in like we want it to. I'm just gonna cut these off real quick. Guys, I just went real ham on fixing stuff up in the motor bay. Put all the fuel lines together, put the coolant reservoir in here. This whole side is basically complete. There's nothing really left for me to do in here. I do got to fill it up with power steering fluid because we did have to replace that line and tear out the whole system. So do got power steering fluid for that when we do go ahead and put fluids in the vehicle. We got all this up top done. I actually capped this off right here to that little box that I didn't know what was happening. Checked out the other motor, doesn't have it. So I just capped it off because it basically just goes nowhere. That's done. I also took all the stuff off of the turbo intake and put it in the right spot so I know where things go. I have that laid out there. I also have basically all the wires tied up with some cable tape, dressing it up a little bit just to make it look a little bit better and stop the wires from fraying. I took off this water distributor because we have some coming in the mail. So once those stuff comes in, I can attach it, get that all good. I do need to take the heater core off of that one though and put it on here, but we will do that later on. But this is a very good stopping point for today. Did a lot, got a lot done, and she's actually looking really decent. Very, very solid. I am actually happy on where this is going, and pretty soon we are going to be able to turn the key. But the main priority is getting everything buttoned up. I do have to get that transmission backup light switch replaced. I already ordered it, but I got to get the threading out of the actual transmission so we can use it. And other than that, guys, she's looking spicy with the new valve cover. Very spicy. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Valve cover, it looks amazing, came out great, blue paint and everything. This engine bay is going to look amazing once everything's all said and done. You guys just got to wait to see the process. So this is a great way to start. Let's end off the video here on a good note. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Please go down there, like, share, and subscribe if you guys did. Subscribe because we got more videos coming up very, very soon. And please like, because cheese. Anyways, guys, it has been your boy Zeph from Cruise Customs, and I'm out. Peace.